Do you spend too much time differentiating existing lesson resources? And does it take you ages to kind of do that for your low ability classes? Do you wish there was a way that you could speed that up and support the lower reading ages in your secondary classroom? Well, I've got you covered because I'm going to show you exactly how you can use ChatGPT to do this accurately the first time round. And this whole process took me about 5 minutes. Okay, you can steal every single word of my prompts that I've used in the course of this video because I'm going to put them all as a free download that you can get from the comments section in this video. Just go to my test store, download it. You can copy and paste those word for word and use them for your own humanities subject. Let's get started. So there are 7 simple steps that you can use to do this. Step 1, I find it's really useful if I start by telling ChatGPT a little bit about me and what I want to achieve. So I'll put something like, I'm a geography teacher teaching secondary school. I've got some lower ability classes in year 8, ages 12 to 14, and I need to support them with their reading ability. And I need to make things more accessible so that ChatGPT understands where I'm coming from. It generally makes what comes after that a lot more relevant. Step 2 is you need to find an existing high quality piece of text that you know is factually accurate for your subject, because we know that without that, ChatGPT may have the ability to spout things that are maybe not 100% accurate. So for my lesson, for example, I was looking to teach year 8 about understanding biomes of the world. So I found a really great article on the National Geographic called The 5 Major Biomes, Types of Biomes, and I copied and pasted that and put that text as it was into ChatGPT. So step number 2 is you're going to ask ChatGPT to rewrite the text for the reading ages of your students. So for my example, I asked it to rewrite the text for reading ages of between ages 8 to 10, which is accessible for everyone in my classroom. It did a pretty great job of that the first time round. Well done, ChatGPT. It also shortened the text, but you can also ask ChatGPT to shorten it further if you want to. So next, I want to ChatGPT to make a short glossary, if you like, for the keywords. I'm going to give you an example of how well ChatGPT actually simplified the language, so you've got some idea of what it's going from and to. So this was the first sentence from the article. It said, I'm reading from my notes here, it says, a biome is a large community of vegetation and wildlife adapted to a specific climate. Great if you're a teacher, not so great to understand if you're reading ages 10. After ChatGPT simplified it, this became the same first line. Notice the difference. A biome is like a big neighborhood where plants and animals live together and they are built to handle a certain type of weather. See how much more accessible that was? And the whole text went on in the same way. Okay, so we want to next ask ChatGPT to produce a glossary. So I've asked ChatGPT to produce me between a 5 and 7 keyword glossary, taking keywords from the text and asking it to write a short description for each keyword. It did a pretty good job at that, but the next stage is that you have to ask ChatGPT to simplify the descriptions in the glossary because it tended to revert back to writing them in that high-level language that kids couldn't understand. But once it did that, it was absolutely fine. You could print that out, pop that in the books for the students. Moving on to step 6. Now, these steps are optional, but I'm guessing you're going to want to actually produce a lesson or a worksheet from the text that you've got, right? So let's move on to that. I've asked ChatGPT to write a series of questions. I asked it to write 8 questions to check their understanding on this text. You can obviously ask it for more or less questions, depending on how long you want your lesson or your worksheet to last. I asked ChatGPT at the same time to do a variety of open versus closed questions because that will build in some extra challenge or differentiation for, the varying level of abilities in your class. So the open questions are going to require more thought and deeper analysis of the text for those higher ability or the better reading ages. You could also ask ChatGPT to write questions based on Bloom's taxonomy, like identify, describe, explain, analyze, evaluate, if you want to. And then lastly, I asked it to use the text to produce a plenary, a true or false quiz. Who does not love a true or false quiz? I said, please can you create a true or false quiz based on the text? And it did that really, really well the first time round. I did have to, just for the last step, prompt it to give me the answers for the true and false quiz so that students could self-check their work if they wanted to, or just for you to have in front of you as the teacher as you're going through the answers for the true and false quiz. So there you have it, 7 simple steps that you can copy from me to support lower ability reading ages in your classroom. And if you really liked this training video, give it a like, give it a comment, and also check out my fantastic best-selling guide for teachers on ChatGPT for my test store. It's called ChatGPT Prompts for Teachers, AI to Reduce Your Workload, because I'm Jen Bell and I'm all about teachers taking less work home and freeing up more time for friends, family, and fun. Yes, in term time, not just in holiday time. So hope that was useful. Head to the test store to get the prompt Word document for yourself now, and I'll see you again.